What's going on, guys? Zennosh here, and today in this video of Exos Heroes, I'm presenting to you guys this guide regarding the Guardian Stone set effect. Yes, you heard me right. If you manage to provide a certain number of Guardian Stones of the same element to a certain hero, that hero is going to enjoy a certain type of bonus effect. Okay, now the thing is that what type of element of the Guardian Stones provide what kind of bonus effect to the hero units? Alright, so let's discuss about those kind of things. First of all, to begin with, there are a total of 6 elements in this game, and definitely there are going to be 6 type of set effects, right? So let's get this started. First of all, let's start with the light element. So if you equip 3 sets of the light Guardian Stones to a certain hero, that hero is going to enjoy a barrier of 768 hit points for 3 turns. Every turn on the user, okay? Every own turn. And 6 set effects of the light element Guardian Stone is going to provide a barrier of 1920 hit points for 5 turns every own turn, or every turn of the user. Okay, so there we go, or let's say every round. That's how we can say in the simpler way. And if you're asking me, is it really effective, I would say, like, for early games, definitely hell yeah, because like the opponents cannot really deal a lot of damage. But in the late game, definitely hell no. Okay, because 1920 damage, it's nothing. Okay, I mean, like, the opponent can really outweigh this kind of damage just really easily, and it's definitely not going to be really that useful. So definitely no in the mid game and the late game contents. So if you are in the early game contents, you can just go with it, but in the late game, no. Anyways, you are gonna get a lot of faded gears in the late game contents, right? So I think this light stone set effect is never going to be in the use. Yes, you can just discard it right away. Anyways, now let's move into the next element stone, and that's going to be the nature type, or the green type. 3 set effect of the nature type Guardian Stone is going to provide an additional plus 8 dodge stat to your hero, and with the 6 set effect, your hero is going to be granted with plus 20 dodge stats. Okay, and that's going to be really cool indeed, especially for those kind of heroes who are pretty much really trying to scale off on their dodge stats, especially like Fate Correra. Yes, when you actually manage to dodge a certain attack, all the damage altogether is going to be mitigated at that point. You will be, like, escaping from all those damage altogether. You will not be inflicted with any kind of damage, and that's going to be really cool, isn't it? And I really like that. Okay, so that is that, guys. And try to equip on your first Guardian units, especially like this kind of Guardian Stone set effects, because even if your first Guardian units are going to be broken, they are pretty much going to get more stronger, because with the overtime damage effect on them due to the break status effect, all right, what's going to happen is that the dragon blood effect is going to get triggered very nicely. Okay, because like every turn your hero is going to keep on taking damage, right? And at that point, they will keep on improving their dragon blood stacks, and the barrier and the rat damage is going to keep on increasing massively. Okay, and that's going to be really cool indeed. So in that case, first Guardian units or any kind of heroes that are pretty much trying to rely upon their dodge stats, this kind of nature like nature type of element of the Guardian Stone is definitely going to be helpful to them. So there we go. Now let's move on to the next type of element. That's going to be the fire element, guys. All right. So 2 set effect of the fire Guardian Stone is going to provide a total damage reduction of 5%. 4 set effect, 10%. 6 set effect, 20% of total damage reduction. Wow, that's really cool. Especially for those kind of hero units that are pretty much trying to take the damage from all the allies, like let's say Garf, or maybe Barnabas. Okay, in that case, you can pretty much, like, improve the damage reduction really nicely with fire type of Guardian set effect. Okay, and that's going to be really cool. So for Garf, I think this is definitely going to be quite helpful. All right, because like he pretty much take the damage from everyone, right? I mean, like, he's trying to protect the heroes out there, the allies. And in that case, if he can actually mitigate the damage to a certain extent, that is going to be definitely cool indeed, in my opinion. So there we go, guys. All right. So that's the fire type of set effect right over there for you guys. Now let's move on to the next type of set effect. That is definitely going to be the darkness type. Yes. 4 set effect of the darkness type element is going to grant the heal from damage. Yes, it's the lifesteal effect, meaning like if you inflict a certain type of damage to a certain opponent, the certain portion of that damage is gonna come back to yourself as a heal. Yes, and that's called lifesteal effect or the vampire effect. So with the fourth set effect, you are going to enjoy plus 12% of the lifesteal. With the sixth set effect, you are going to enjoy 30% of the lifesteal. Definitely very awesome, especially for your DPS type of hero units, because like more the damage you deal to the opponents, more HP you are gonna recover, right? So in that case, if you really want to keep on improving the, the vitality, or let's say the survivability of your hero units, especially your first guardian units, because they pretty much try to solo all the contents, right? In that case, it's gonna be really really helpful for you guys to keep on sustaining the battle. Or let's say certain type of units which you really want them to be on the top form all the time, like let's say Radley or let's say Baraka. This can pretty much go well with them as well. So it's really up to you what you really want to do with it. Okay, lifesteal is definitely an awesome stuff in any kind of RPG game out there. Everybody really tries to go for this vampire effect, or let's say this lifestyle effect, in every kind of RPG game out there. And well, thanks to this darkness type of guardian set effect, we have this lifestyle in this game called Exos as well, and this is definitely awesome in my opinion. Now let's move on to the next type of set effect. That is definitely going to be the most common type. All right, that is going to be the block set effect. Okay, so in this case, what's going to happen is that if you have three set effect of the frost type of guardian stones, then the user is going to be granted an additional bonus of 156 points of block. Yes, that is really cool, isn't it? With the sixth set effect of the frost element guardian stone, the block is gonna be improved by 390 points. That's a lot, guys. If you manage to block a certain type of attack, oh my god, the damage is mitigated very 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 dramatically. Okay, and it pretty much improves the survivability of your heroes, especially when the opponent is really charging up a nuke damage. Like let's say Rodley with the second skill or his first skill, Baraka with the second skill with that 525% damage that can pretty much knock you out in just one sweep, right? With just one skill, you are just out of the map. And if you really don't want that to happen, just keep on improving your block status effect. And this is the most frequently used Guardian Stone set effect in the PvP content, especially in the late game content, because like being able to block the attack from the opponent pretty much improves the survivability of your hero really drastically. Okay, and that's going to be really cool indeed. 390 points of block effect is just too cool. I like it. This, I'm like, it's pretty much RNG, but still it's definitely going to be quite helpful if it is triggered. Okay, and I myself personally have really suffered a lot by not being able to knock out opponent, because the opponent just was able to keep on proccing that block effect all the time. It pretty much really disorganized my whole battle strategy. So yeah, that can be quite problematic if it's against you. Quite be really really helpful if it's working for you guys. All right, so that is that. Anyways, this is the most economical and the most used or frequent type of guardian set effects that is happening around in the PvP content, or let's say in the higher tier content. Okay, and now let's move on to the last set effect, that is going to be the machine. Okay, so right up here, guys, two set effect of the machine element guardian stone is going to provide the status effect immunity, or let's say pretty much immunity, right, for +1 turn, like in the battle per round. Well, it looks kind of a little bit messy right over here. Anyways, for 1 turn per round. Okay, so right over there, with 4 set effect +1 turn for 1 round, like for 1 turn, it's pretty much same like that. And with the 6 set effect, it's going to be for the +2. Okay, so that is pretty much really awesome, especially when you are trying to nuke the opponent. Think about it. Like let's say I have my Baraka on my team, right, and the opponent has Fedco Ulum, right? And I pretty much nuked with my Baraka to a certain opponent of the to a certain opponent, and then the HP of the certain opponent went down below drastically. And at that point, the Fedco Ulum is going to automatically trigger that provoke, and that provoke is going to pretty much hinder you from targeting other allies out there, other opponent out there who can be very very squishy, right, and to knock them out. So it can pretty much really, how to say this, affect or like it can degrade your strategy, your battle plan really nicely because of the provoke status effect, or let's say maybe stun, because like there is a thing called thrust from the guardian type of units, which pretty much keep on inflicting a stun on the attacker all the time, and that can pretty much also how to say this, cost a problem. Okay, it can just make it quite worse for you guys to perform really nicely. Oh my god, I'm just really running out of words. But anyways, what I'm saying to you guys, that if you have a nuker in your team, like let's say Baraka and Rudley, or let's say, who are the other units that are pretty much fast, like Fred Correra, in that case, this machine type of element is going to be definitely helpful, guys, in that case, because just because of being the status effect immunity to yourself, you are pretty much going to be unstoppable. Okay, you will not be stopped at any cost by your opponent. All right, because of the stun, the shock, or the provoke. So right over there, guys. Anyways, that is pretty much it for the final one. So as for the another fact, if you are asking me how to change the guardian stone of your faded armors, right? So I will actually tell you guys that one right over here. First of all, you can just go into the combine and convert section in the door to creation. In this place, you can pretty much change the guardian stone element of your hero unit by just picking up a certain equipment just like this right over here, and then just click on the change. It will ask you of 80,000 gold and some ancient token, which you can pretty much farm from the Shelter of Avarice. Please try to do it in the special challenge mode and you will get a tons of them, and you can pretty much keep on doing it all the time whenever you are up for it. Okay, and try to have this set effect of the same element type, and definitely you are going to have much better performance in the battle. So there we go. This is how it's done. And this is actually the next way, the Guardian Stone element change for the hero. Yes, there are a total of 6 Guardian Stones that a hero can equip, right? 5 comes from the faded armors, because faded weapon do not provide the Guardian Stone. So there we go. The one actually comes from the hero himself or herself. In that case, you can pretty much change the Guardian Stone of a certain hero by just selecting a hero and then just changing it. Just like that. All right, so there we go. That's how it's done. And the next thing is that, like, if you manage to get the 6th set of the certain element or the same element, what's going to happen? You are going to obtain additional 1200 health when getting a 6th set of Guardian Stones of the same element. So there we go. There's another bonus right over there. 1200 health. That's a lot, guys. I think that's really cool. That's a really good bonus right over there. So try to just have the 6th set of Guardian Stones of the same element to enjoy this kind of set effects. Okay, so that is that, guys. Really cool indeed. I really did not know about this one, like very sooner. Okay, anyways, I was really happy to share it to you guys, and I just shared it today with you guys. All right, so there we go. And the next thing is that let's try to summarize it up really fastly. Okay, so right away you can just go into the help section right over here, and let's go into the equipment right over here, and let's go into the equipment Guardian Stone set effect, and right over here you can see all the set effects that is pretty much available. Well, it's a little bit outdated, some are a little bit wrong, but anyways, let's try to summarize right over here. So flame set effect, or let's say the fire set effect, decreases the final damage taken by the hero by up to 5%, 10%, and 20% with the 2 set, 4 set, or 6 set equipped respectively. A maximum of 20% of the damage taken mitigation. That is really cool. The frost set effect, increased block by up to 156 points if 3 set is equipped, 390 points if 6 set is equipped. That is really cool, and definitely one of the most used, or let's say the most popular type of like set effect being used out there, especially for the late game contents, because block pretty much improves your survivability. Okay, a nature type of Guardian set effect increases the dodge by up to 8 points if 3 set is equipped, 6 sets will provide you a bonus dodge of 20 points, and that's definitely going to be quite cool, especially for your first guardian units, or let's say those kind of hero units. That's definitely going to like maximize on their dodge stats. Okay, so there we go. Next thing is going to be the machine type. Heal every turn. That's bullshit. Okay, it doesn't happen. It's a typo error maybe, or it's a little bit outdated mechanic right up there. Machine element is actually going to provide you the immunity for +1 or +2 turn, depending upon how many sets you have equipped to your hero unit. So there we go. And the light element is actually going to create the barrier on own turn. Yes, like, or let's say per every round. Okay, there we go. It provides a 768 hit point barrier for 3 turns with 3 set effect, 1920 hit points barrier for 5 turns with 6 set effect. So it's pretty easy right up there. The thing is that like it can be quite helpful for the early game contents, but for the mid game and the late game contents, it's totally worthless. Never try to equip the light type of guardian stone to your hero units. Okay, so it's definitely a no. Next thing is going to be the darkness type, which is quite really fantastic. Heal based on the damage not taken, damage dealt. Okay, heal based on the damage dealt. It's like a lifesteal property right over there, meaning 12% of the total damage done will be recovered as health to the caster or attacker when the 4th set of the darkness element type of guardian stone is equipped on him. Alright, 6 sets will provide a 30% of lifesteal, and that's going to be really cool, isn't it? I mean, like, just think about it. If you have a very high amount of damage, especially from your DPS type of first guardian units, they are definitely going to immortalize themselves. They are never going to come down on the HP, and they will keep on healing. Just think about it. Like, let's say I provide 6 sets of darkness type of guardian stone to my Anastasia or my Fate Core Anastasia, right? What's going to happen with their first skill? Obviously, she is going to heal herself, right? With the second skill, she has a very good nuke of 525% damage output, isn't it? And with that damage, she's definitely going to heal herself back, and that's going to be really cool, right? With 30%, maybe about how many? 150% of the damage done in the HP recovery, maybe. My math is not working right now, but anyways, it's something like that. Okay, and that is definitely cool indeed. I just really like that one. Damn it, my math. I think it's more than that. Okay, whatever that is. Oh. Anyways, that's really cool, isn't it? So try to get that one, guys. The possibility is endless. If you really can master on this kind of effects, definitely you are going to improve the battle performance of your hero units, especially in the PvE as well as the PvP contents, and you will have much better time in defeating your opponents, guys. I didn't know it so far, and I knew it just recently, and I just wanted to share it to you guys, and it definitely feels very awesome indeed. So there we go, guys. Optimize your gameplay. Optimize your gameplay. And if you guys have any kind of extra questions or queries, please let me know in the comment section below. We can always trigger an argument or a discussion or a really mutual conversation, okay? Whatever that is. Anyways, this is it for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to keep on enjoying the contents of my channel. See you guys in the next video.